Hey, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me again today. I want to teach you guys this really cool trick from Bobo's, but I'm going to be honest, I'm struggling a little bit. Now, this is one of the problems with these old books. Sometimes things are just not as clear as they could be, either in the way that they're written, because this book was from the 50s, or sometimes it's the illustrations or the lack of illustrations. It kind of makes it hard to understand what the trick's supposed to look like. But anyway, this trick uses 3 coins, and it says you put 2 of them in your hand. Okay, there's 2 in the left hand, then you take the 3rd one into your pocket. And then you're supposed to snap your fingers, and the 2 in your hand are supposed to jump to your pocket, but the one in my pocket jumps to my hand, and there's just something I'm missing in the description. So there's 2 in the left hand, okay? That's 2 in the left hand, and then 1 goes into the right pocket. Okay. 2 in the left hand, 1 in the pocket. It's when I snap that... See, these are supposed to vanish, but the one in my pocket just comes back. And I'm not sure, I've gone over this so many times that I'm just not seeing the problem here. You know, maybe it's something with my hand. I don't know, because I'm actually able to push a coin through my hand. So maybe that's part of the problem. That's not supposed to happen. Let me try it with the other hand. I'll put 2 in my right hand, 1 in my left pocket. You know, maybe that will clear things up. We snap. See, it still happens. All right, one last time. I think I missed the this last line here. Okay, there's 2 in the right hand, 1 goes into the pocket. You're supposed to pause, then snap. I did it. We did it. That's it. All right. So let's take a look at this trick. Obviously, this is Gadabout coins on page 182 in Bobo's. This is a great beginner trick, and it's older than Bobo's. It's also known as 2 in the hand, 1 in the pocket. It's often done with balls. You can use anything, really. Anything that you can conceal in your hand. It could be paper clips or rocks or anything at all. So this is a great, like I said, beginner trick to, help get your confidence up. And the best thing of all is you don't have to do any false transfers or anything like that if you're uncomfortable, but you can also work those in to get comfortable doing them. Because something I've always said in other videos, you can learn all these sleights and cool moves and stuff, but if you lack the context in which to put them, you're just going to be doing moves for people, and all that hard work will just be transparent if you show someone your cool retention vanish. They'll say, oh, it's in your other hand. You have to put these moves into routines and do routines to show your magic. Don't just practice these moves. So let's get into the actual trick. You're going to need 4 coins, or 4 objects, 4 rocks, 4 balls of paper or whatever. And that's another good point with this trick. You could borrow these coins. These could be quarters. As long as you had an extra one that you're ready to go with, palmed in your hand, you could do this anytime, anywhere. So another point. This can be done standing up at the table. You do need the table surface, but so just a very versatile trick. Now the basic structure, if you read through Bobos, you place one coin in your left hand. You place the second coin in your left hand. You pick these up again to emphasize. That's 2. Now as you dump them, you release the hidden one. So everything's done at this point. There's 3 coins in the left hand. Before you reveal that, you take the final coin, put it into your right pocket, but you finger palm it and bring your hand out. Do the snap, and you have 3 coins again. You repeat the sequence again, but in Bobos, it has you do a utility switch. So this is exactly what I was talking about before. This is a great way to practice and get comfortable with a move that might be new to you. So the utility switch is just, I'm going to modify it a little bit. It says to have one coin in finger palm, and you're going to finger palm that coin, let the other coin drop out and fall into your right hand with the hidden coin that was already there. Something that looks a bit more natural is Ed Marlowe's friction pass. Now this could be done palm down or palm up like that. And it looks a little more looser because there's no gripping involved. You're just using the natural friction of the coin clinging to your skin. So we had one hidden in our right hand. We dropped 1 and then 2 onto the left hand. And we're displaying 2 in the right hand. So pretend you might have a person over here or a person over here. So you're kind of showing 2 over here and then 2 over here. And at this point, you take both of these. It describes you placing them here on top of your fists and being very deliberate, letting them sink into your fists. As you take the third one again to your pocket, palming it in finger palm, and then again showing 3. We're going to do the same move again, except all 3 coins are displayed. You do the utility switch again. It's the same thing, but there's just one more coin here. So everything's dumped to the left. And the hidden coin is now shown with the other 2. Now the hidden coin is in the left hand. So let me get just a close-up on the utility switch. So for this third phase, you're coming out again with 1 coin in right hand finger palm. You put all 3 in the left hand this time. And at this point, you're frustrated in the trick. And you show the 3 over here. You allow them to fall. And this one just clings to your hand. You can get quite a bit of tilt on your hand without that coin falling off. So test this move and get smooth with it, because it looks really natural. As you just let these fall, they fall into the hidden coin. And so at this phase in the trick, you do that display. You show the coins again, and you say, you know what, I think this coin is the most odd. And you do a little short phase of pushing it through your hand. Bobo doesn't mention this, but this is sort of reminiscent of John Ramsey's routine, 3 coins and a hat. So at one point in there, or it might be cylinder and coins. At one point in there, he breaks the routine up and just does this short phase where he pushes a coin through his hand. In reality, you're just palming one already in your left hand. The right hand pushes down. The coin is just slipping behind the right fingers. But done kind of swiftly, where this one disappears, this one emerges, it kind of has that fun feeling of a penetration effect. So then you have the idea of let me use the other hand. So you put 1 here, 2 here, let them sink in. Then you take the third one to your left pocket and leave it there. You come out with an empty hand. You snap again, and then all 3 are back again. So the final phase, they're all going to vanish. So this does require a false transfer, but it's so easy you could do almost anything that's comfortable for you. So you could do the French drop, take one with your right hand, fake take it with your left, grab another one with your right hand, but you're snapping it into finger palm against the hidden one. So what you need is that sound element. So you could do a French drop here, or to make things more uniform, do a toss into your hand, but you're snapping it into finger palm. And I've taught this type of move in some of my routines that you could pick up, like my routine 3 strange things. I teach this specific sequence here. So you're picking one up, and in the action of tossing, you're kind of just grabbing the coin. So your right hand's palm down, the coin's at your fingertips. And what really sells it is the left hand. You almost don't see the right hand snatching that coin back. So again, that's coin number 1. Coin number 2, you do the same action, but now you get the sound. That's 1, that's 2 in the hand, and then 1 in the pocket. This time you're going to leave everything in your pocket, and you can come out and actually show your hand. Don't show your hand like this. Just kind of gesture so that it's obvious that it's empty. And then this time there's nothing at all. So the one major weakness this trick has, which I probably should have mentioned in the beginning, is the whole premise. It's one of those tricks that's kind of a challenge. So you're putting coins in your hand. That's 1, that's 2 in my hand. Okay, 2 in my hand. And then 1 in my pocket. All right? How many were in my hand? How many were in my hand? How many were in my pocket? It's got this kind of this challenge to it that I don't do in any of my magic. I just dislike that. Same thing with the chop cut. It's these, you're setting the audience up to feel like a fool, and very few people enjoy that kind of magic. It can be fun in the right situation with the right person, but even then you gotta watch how you say things, because something that could be magical is now a puzzle where they're just trying to figure you out. And when you're doing your moves, they know you're doing moves. Okay. And so that it's not really to do something after this trick or before this trick, you've now almost ruined everything you're going to do because of this challenge type of aspect. So the way I presented it, I like to do this approach with some things. And I took this approach with, I have a Aikido box routine called Aikido Botch. And it's like the magician in trouble type of thing. And I'm botching up the whole trick. So the whole premise is that I'm reading instructions on how to do this thing and it's not working. So I kind of took that approach with this as if I'm trying to show you guys this trick and I'm reading right out of the book. And so it takes the challenge thing, it takes the heat off of me and the heat off of you to where we're both confused and the magic is sort of just happening to us together. And in the end, like, I finally did it. You know, I did it right. All the coins are gone. So I think you could do that, sort of like write a fake trick on a piece of paper, and you could present this in that way. You know, pull the paper out and tell someone, hey, would you mind helping me out with something? I'm working on this trick and I've kind of copied the instructions from the book, but I think I may have something, I might have miscopied something. That might even be a better excuse, that you transcribed the trick incorrectly because you have it written on a piece of paper. Here's a good idea. You could write it out in your own handwriting, give the paper to the spectator, have them read you the instructions. So you're doing everything. Okay, you put 1, 2 coins in the hand, okay? So they're reading you these things and you're doing them. And then the trick's not working. So now you've taken a trick that was a challenge and kind of, it's a good trick, but now you're getting the audience participation and involvement, and it's sort of this whole new trick. So play with that idea, and I think it's a good way to present it. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this is such an old trick and a good trick. It's a classic for a reason, and it's been done with a variety of props. There are many other routines that I urge you to go find and research, and you can find these on YouTube through a search. Number 1 being Rene Lavon's, his breadcrumb routine. So he does it with 3 breadcrumbs and a little espresso cup. And the 3 little breadcrumbs keep coming back to the cup. And it's all, of course, one-handed because he didn't have the use of one of his hands. Another great variation is Doc Eason's, I think it's called All Screwed Up, but it's done with 3 nuts, and there's a surprise ending. So instead of everything vanishing, he's done like a cups and balls type of load. There's a surprise ending at the end. And along those lines, Mike Gallo has an awesome take on this, which is in the New York Coin Magic Seminar DVDs on the 8th disc, I think. So it's Mike Gallo's version of Gadabout coins, where he takes the coins out of the purse, he removes his ring to start, and then at the end there's a surprise finish where instead of the coins, his ring comes back, he puts that on, and then the coins are back in the purse and everything. And there's many more variations, but those are 3 really good ones to research. And that's what's good about this routine, is it can be varied so much. The moves are simple. You can use so many different props. It can be done anywhere, anytime. As long as you have 4 objects that are similar, you can do this trick. So that's it for today's video. I thank you so much for the birthday wishes, everyone who picked up something from the website. I was blown away by the response. So I don't do sales really. I may not do one in the future at all, but it seemed like a lot of fun. People picked up stuff. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys have fun with this, and I'll see you on the next one.